Maneva na sema PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there osia dem yopo.
So share under this government. One of the appointees, any party official, 1 year appointment or President Mahama Bemwa, uncha party foot soldiers enjaya na summit. Obeka barely 4 years ago, you could talk about our Cape Coast. Ya ni a party women and youth wing. Other issues ensued thereafter. My boss, Edin Neni Echo PA Captain Smart program so. Or can send be or say, Captain, Same, Echo ye mamma. Me young crofua sabio, and you ma ye or pretend to say, or moon nibi, no more they misleading grassroots. No. Me say, Koye mammy, me who say a koye mammy. Na me biem nsem ama grassroots so obi ansa ye dey akabi sana chichire on mine sana chichire party and some have lived to that principle, so I can only wish him well wherever he is and say equal to him for the modern more obo edeboa, not only Ghana but the NDC as a party, because if every one of the party appointees just a fraction of Adia Same Ayana, I believe the party any base in Nano being relief. And my boss, are you call any baby or name Juma or Edebo or mine any party?
Now, Minister, not so press conference. Anna, they say you say GRIDCO CEO and step aside.
Yes, I am coming there.
Any other?
You don't.
But there are more suspicions, Chairman saying.
I took my time and I listened carefully to Momunia Captain Smart. And issues that Captain Smart raised me in Ano. I believed him.
Power the fam.
Me more few instances. He mentioned Infantiman Eastern West and Central Region area when Kufuor took over power in 2001. Light went off. Asamoah Boatia no ye MP became so outraged as the Kazumadenom they came together and threatened to go and beat the ECG officers. After a month of light off, the light came on. Ye Honkwa Adenta Medina Enclave and Kufuor also went off.
Power the fam.
Beyond that, earlier days before Jerry Rawlings hand over to Kufuor, power outages went on. When men came to power, okay, heads will rule issue no. Kokua Yundoho, who was the then government spokesperson at the castle. A brother Ghana Serbia was a Serbia. A ball World Cup this match Kumasi qualifiers match Kumasi near Kudum Kania. But when he threatened, the light came on. He cited one instance, no more ECG penny bifie. Papa told the entire light no call no far from first station officer, which has one of them Kaniano. When you say me to atade ofi. The light came on. See, there are people in the ECG. And when MPP is in power, they will sabotage it. And when NDC is in power, they will do the same. Those criminal elements in these institutions must be fished out and dealt with according to law. Because if you want to do politics, leave that office and come to the studio here and meet me, Amalaba. I don't care whether you believe in MPP or you believe in NDC. Let's meet and share our philosophy, our ideology. Let's explain our policies to the Ghanaian public. When they believe in that and vote, so be it. Don't use that professional cloth, so-called professional cloth for their mouth, enter office and sabotage your buying, just to put the people in trouble, only for them to develop dissatisfaction against the government. However, Ghanaian every day in and out is becoming sophisticated. And that sophistication is self-evident. Will be your phone license. You listen to them. They raise the issues. Endra, I spoke to a friend. Ewo North Kanishi. Graceland area, Hono Okoye and Nyoma. You tell any be why idea Nyoma command or Yamai. Or see Adum Kania has his year. And I heard from the background. Obitium, Yema udum so ya Mahama wasadi ababium. Which is curious. You know why? Before 2024 elections, NPP were telling the people, say, Mahama ba or the doom so beba, and you be a Mahama doom so key nation botumana. For the last time I checked, Mahama have no engineering background. For the last time I checked, Mahama Yejuma was ECG, GRIDCO, VRA, etc. Mahama Yejuma Hoda. So how does Mahama coming to power brings doom so? It means some people are there to sabotage. We shouldn't underestimate that. I listened to our Ashanti regional chairman not too long ago. I even shared the concerns on our national com platform. Chairman saying one of the districts where our Modi, the lights were going on constantly. So, and Crophobia what constituency war and a district one a friend say, Chairman, you light in the corner of Yentias, dear Necoso. Out of frustration because chairman have received a lot of complaint, he put the DCE online. Also, Mr. DCE, for our district director of electricity Fanoto office, your district engineer Fanoto line in Tino, Nintian Kanya and Edundum. And according to regional chairman, the guy spoke trash and arrogance on radio, also on the phone. Chairman didn't take it easily. No, so eventually, the guy have to come up and, as it were, admit to certain things. So he got back to the people. Less than 10 minutes, they called him, say, Chairman, you carry an about. International Ashanti regional chairman, I can say, Honorable Minister for Energy John Jinapo, please put your feet down and make sure engineers akufu a pencil na podo ba region munu. Ye changes so do a massive check-up because they are deliberately sabotaging the government. Go to Apatrapa. Turn on so any environs in Kumasi. My sister, and any kunu in a bushian eto. There be a my friend, sister, be or complaints aruna, Munshan Kanian Semni you, and yes, sir, a good animal. And here we are. And here we are. You know, I am not surprised that issues are emerging. And the minister yesterday took the mantle and he did changes in Ashanti region. I get a lot of calls. I didn't tell me kwanya ebetraha as a government spokesperson and NDC member. When party for this one catch him and say, Haruna, near airquay. Say President Mahama anya changes and I am the sector minister anya changes are. Every biom bedumi and kanye biano. Ya party for mobilize your and go to the district engineer. Nekobusa nintia also dum kaniano. Na sianya and chamber bia. Yeba pam some cofone frigo near lock office on to start buying the people from the waho. And I've been telling them, say, no, guys, don't do that because democratic governance in here, right? You don't have the power. Allow the system to work. But they don't. For how long will I tell the people to restrain themselves? Especially where who say a sabotage and a koso. How long can I restrain them? I wasn't expecting these things to come from the people on the grounds. Nendra, Minister, like I said, GRIDCO CEO, on train Hukakra, now in the meantime, investigations and also about Volta region, Akosombo Dam. I said, yeah, Akosombo Dam's GRIDCO substation or Honaja Tumunu are taking 1,000 megawatt. 1,000 megawatt out of your national grid. The Senti, Ghana have halted power exportation. In Kenya, Yadema and neighboring countries, you know, at least for the meantime. And engineers are working so hard to restore 1,000 power is out. Do you know what that means? 1,000 megawatt.
Power FM.
You don't. And the more minister two in Rano
Yeah.
will not serve the purpose if that information or suspension is not supported by intelligence report. And for me, the BNI, they're supposed to be the ears and the eye of government. I dare say is failing the government. And the earlier we set up,
Power FM.
the better. Miami Village, more classical example. When you say me free Upper East,
Yeah.
Tempanen district, there is a village called Bulpilis.
Bolipilis.
Bulpilis.
Bolipilis.
That is where I come from. Our number per free.
Bolipilis or no?
A B-U-L. Bull.
Bull.
Yes, Bulpilis.
Bolipilis.
Exactly. That's where I come from.
That's right. The man.
The
from
Bulpilis is not just one community. There are about 11 communities that come out to form the Bulpilis. One of them, there was a chieftaincy issue in that community, which the factions were threatening to use guns to solve the problem. I called the Honorable DC of Tempane District, Joseph Imbila, and said, Honorable Joseph, are you aware that issues way Koso or me village na?
Bolipilis.
Or say on your way. So really? When you're away? Fine. Find out. That raises the question immediately. BNI director or district officer or what in Pan, it's up to him to listen to the grounds and see issues are a posed security threat and alert the DC so that I'm call DC, this is security councillor, they can discuss those issues, and report to the region. But sadly, the DC wasn't aware.
Power FM.
What nankasa issues afana no mum. Have you seen that?
Bolipilis.
Good people as well. So, but I want to thank my people. Say eventually, the way issues call, that wasn't the way it's supposed to have been. But the people restrained themselves in the face of extreme provocation.
Yeah.
And now there is stability. And I've been talking to me, Papa Bush, and for more and say, guys, let cool heads prevail.
Power.
Do not act in a manner about threatening the security of the area. So the So the question is, what is BNI doing? Go to BNI, check intelligence unit, particularly surveillance, investigations, and legal. Go and check. In a Japanese book, page 33, Omo can pay say, I dare to me boy Omo MPP for pan say, they put people in sensitive positions, particularly in the judiciary, which is included. No mufla bemwa, it provides a shield to them. Is it true that the legal department of the BNI is still led by MPP members? Investigations the same, and surveillance the same, and the government is expecting to do successful prosecution. How would that happen? How would that happen? And if there's a sabotage in the system, this report must come from the BNI. They have to do it. Failure to do so, what would that happen? It would ditch government, because I was here and this report was given by, it came from, I didn't call it, Joy News. Dobrenitiwu Ebekan say, former director of BNI, woman is sensitive position and assignment in power, and he wonder why he's behaving the way he's behaving. How is he behaving? Because Omo arrested Wuntumi and other MPP element. You are a government, and your chief intelligence officer is threatened by a government in opposition, a former minister for defense. That's a red flag. And I want to ask again, deputy director, Oyoba, why don't know the government should find out. I am not surprised. Say Jatu Akoso Mumu. You don't, you are them, so I can share this information with the public. before the elections, somewhere around September. I mean the last elections. NPP conducted surveys using national security. They did not less than 5 surveys before that time. They noticed that they were losing the elections. So they needed to do certain things that would indeed enable them to rig the elections where possible, or fizzle the people and take over the mantle of leadership again. As part of their plans, they noticed that 2020 elections before, what they said there were secessionist attack in Volta region. North Tongo and South Tongo and those areas.
Right.
There were attacks there. And you be one more attack in those places, you know. Who were they? How many people were arrested? Voter secessionism. What is answer medium? We never heard it.
Papa Vine.
Yes, is it true? That's how attacking those places. You know, they came from Togo. The then regime collaborated with the Togolese government, no more than Kofobe Desire ransom of Volta region, to justify a military deployment in the Volta region, just to coerce people from coming out to vote. These are questions that demand answers.
All right.
And these are answers we need from the current government. Let the people know what happened. And you see, it set MPP right. And they also experimented Sal, Central Coffee, Akpafu, Lolobi, and Likwe. One more MP for 4 years. It emboldened the MPP. So before the elections, part of their plan is say they were going to bomb government installations in the Volta region to justify a military deployment in those areas again. And not only that, Stephen Yakubu was the regional minister to Upper East, who was a Kusase at that time. And they noticed that Stephen Yakubu as the regional minister will not allow certain things to happen. And as part of it, they should take him out before the elections. NPP officials went to Bolagatanga regional capital and held meeting with their security compatriot to ensure, say, they deploy people there to send Sedua Bagre, who was a fugitive in Nalirugo, to Boko. That will heighten tension. So before they even go to the elections, they will impose state of emergency in the Kusak areas. So before the first ballot is counted, NDC will lose his seat right away. You don't. There was Soja Penibi in the Ashanti region. The party did a press conference on him. I will not mention his name at least for now. So, given all this notorious grounds of the MPP,
thank you,
NDC will come to power and allow their apparatchiks, assassins, and cohort to hold sensitive positions. If Akosombo is burned down today, are you surprised? Me, I'm not surprised. The government should open its ears. To be a president in the government, an MPP opposition leader, you must have some devil attitude in you. I am afraid to say President Mahama lacked that devilness in him because he's too gentle and too kind. Mr. President, up yourself. Other than that, regardless of all the beautiful things you will do, your opponent will not want your name to be written by the ink of gold in the annals of history. It's up to you to allow that. Me pese Ghana for muti na pay eno mining ina ti as say. The NDC government is not reneging on its duty of service to the people. Ena ebiu ye ma excuses bia of the problems are you have meeting in office as a government. In any case, ye jina simpi so catch the Ghana for someone to abamaye. But I enti a dibusa sa akonya ne say how are a down minus no ye buy a be use how in a free war. Ne wo ho aka de ne ho ahode ne hu yansan sabe. Say the be use how in a free war. And a Ghana for ye GD e wo ye mu no mo de 2 minutes yansa. Enti ya be ye twa ye ho ka kire Ghana for say how ne de ho. Ne ntimi nko sansan people for no mo jai to ho. At least we are not being fair to the Ghanaian people who give us this overwhelming endorsement in the last elections. You get that? But I want to assure the listening public, say, with President Mahama and his team these problems, the solutions will be met. And said there will be any AJ across the country, road infrastructure, ECOSO, including project Yabeto ya yenya into ho, na a continuation ya Ghana for the dances. So for the first time, there have been the change of government, change of regime. Yeah, new government are taking over. Na old government in the project or starting, you know, one year and two, but there is a continuation. Yeah, I meet the excitement of the public, you know, same way that all other problems will be solved. Papa, Didon, before NDC took office, and these are facts which I believe the minister perhaps will repeat or may throw more light on them. For the last 8 years of MPP government, Sawuti John Peter Mewu, your energy minister, and the Wamunia Napo, your bedi Nadia. Womuna Jitum say they never added a single megawatt to our power generation mix. By the time when NDC leave power in 2016, we were able to meet the national demand and the projected 12% annual demand for the last 8 years. And if you recall, MPP by Omukache NDC, your producer your excess capacity. Excess capacity means ya no one can na mabroso. Ni santino ya create a car at home mama wo mutu ya mfaso bi ama. I don't remember those arguments. Why should NDC generate more power? I recall mining here. Meanwhile, this was a party in opposition. Ya omukache Ghana for say omo the one district one factory eba se de be Ghana mabunu be adwumaye na yen bia factory no ye de se bibidi na nua factory na factories are not run on charcoal. You run factories based on power. And until the end say the NDC had laid even a solid foundation for MPP one district one factory to take off by evacuating that excess power and giving to those factories to run. One more thing for 8 years, they never did. Not only that, I remember one of MPP programmers say, "Mwabu ni anam century for ya. Ebisa napo. There's done so. So nimta. Also yes, no one having denied that. Man, who's that video no cry a while ago?
KNUST incident. No.
Thank you. Yeah. You know, we are current. And also people are asking for timetable. Or say let those who are asking for timetable to bring it. Meaning they were doing so. But to bring the timetable, no, the people are more demanding for timetable, no famra. Yeah, no kwa. Asante maura, pia onana. E bodi ya ipija yemu. Asama na kai. Wasi ya dundum kania ma the fridge ni nyuma ina sai. Na nkwan po. Aman huru na kafra
opem so nkwan
kra ya mama Juliana aboro nkwan pa prekese pa de asante ni ba no be fufu
challenge
asai
so embarrassing.
So all these issues were there. You know the fundamental problem of this.
What is it? Tell me.
Throughout that 8 years, MPP never did any proper maintenance in our energy sector.
Na transformers na omo de eko kumase na
oh say any Ameri plant no mu a brother na complaining ye no no mu Ameri plant no it is free Western region everything they call or the same Ashanti region. Even the cost of the coin was even another matter. We will come to that when the need arises,
of course.
And kanena ye who say asono they don't. Apart from cables who say na wi mu no ebi so form ebi so form na the wo form no e do kwampo ye more critical na e chen the na wi mu no enti ara wo sam say ne e form no enso to a na mo yi o musuba yadi. Do you get it? And ebio transformers no so no yeah enkania no wa mo je hwahode no mo chiche e de come ya na bitimi wura ye fie mu no. That transformers so with the passage of time you need to change them. all these things were not done over the period of Andy's MPP government. And the party or can say NDC have provided excess capacity, meaning a bad generation that we don't have a problem. That same party during their tenure is claiming say there was no doom so. Party or solve a problem which they themselves admitted. Sa party ba bemwa, sa party time na doom so be unity. It's very surprising. When we took over, Minister Dr. John Jinapo said, apart from maintenance, there are a lot of issues associated with the energy generation mix.
Power FM.
A B and any Makano transformers were not even changed, many of them across the country. And Okohe ECG on warehouses are MPP never left a single transformer in warehouses when they hand over power to NDC. So the minister need to fix all these problems. And transformers, Ibiaba, they are installing them. Go to Nungua substation, Juma Air Koso, in many places. And only one component of the problem which government is working to fix, because young generation, transformers, efficient transformers now, it helps to the be ensure to our Kanye yeden endum, and from a bon Kanye yeden endum. You know, ensure to a Caribbean many places. Let's knock off. And yeah, Obina doom no. It is the problem no coming from the generator. So the transformer, because the capacity of the transformer to withstand any environmental shakes biano create a problem for the people. Sustainable power is not negotiable, and power is not privilege. As the MPP told us in 2016, 2020 coming when they became government. So it's a privilege to have power. You don't deserve it, but it's like you need to keep quiet. Power is a necessity. Power is a human right issue, and your privilege. Every Ghanaian everywhere deserve to have a decent life, and the accomplishment of that decent life come with the provision of social amenities, a Bini road, hospitals, light, etc. Because we seek a wood triama or mine, those money must also provide services to you. Good. NDC, as a Social Democratic Party, will never in any state undermine or vitiate that confidence a Ghana for I impose on us. We will never do that.
I'm not PENDREAM TV. Now, so far so good. Say open online portal e Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.